close. It's a 2-on-1. Kobe and Sura, the alley-oop. And Kobe with the dunk. Ronaldo!
In 1964, he fought for the world middleweight title and lost to Joey Giardello on a split decision.
Still a dream deferred after the Locomotives won their first 4 games.
In sports, athletes are honored as heroes, icons who inspire millions, but beneath the fame lies a darker reality. False accusations that can shatter careers, ruin reputations, and change lives forever. A single unfounded claim can destroy everything an athlete has worked for, from endorsements to their place in history. The media amplifies every rumor, and the court of public opinion moves faster than justice, often leaving no room for redemption. This is the untold story of athletes wronged by the very systems meant to protect them. From a football star falsely accused of rape to a boxer wrongfully imprisoned for murder, these athletes have faced unimaginable consequences. We'll also explore the lives of legends like Kobe Bryant and Cristiano Ronaldo, whose careers were tarnished by accusations. Some were exonerated while others were not so fortunate. The cost? Their careers, finances, and futures were forever altered by the weight of false accusations. First up is the story of Brian Banks, an athlete whose promising future was stolen from him by a lie, and how he fought to reclaim his life and career. Brian Banks was a rising football star, a gifted linebacker at Long Beach Polytechnic High School with dreams of playing in the NFL, but in 2002, his life was shattered when he was falsely accused of rape by a classmate, Juanetta Gibson. Despite his innocence, Banks was coerced into a plea deal and sentenced to 6 years in prison, 5 of which he served. His promising football career was destroyed as scholarships and sponsorships vanished, and his name was tarnished. The financial cost was immense. Banks lost years of his life and missed out on millions in potential earnings. His future in football was gone, and even after his release, the stigma of being a convicted sex offender lingered. It seemed that the damage to his reputation was irreversible. However, in 2011, Gibson admitted that she had fabricated the entire story. In 2012, Banks's conviction was overturned, but by then, the damage had already been done. His football career was effectively over, and the lost years of his athletic prime could never be regained. Despite this, Banks was determined to rebuild his life. In 2012, he was given a tryout with the San Diego Chargers, though he didn't make the team. He later played briefly in the United Football League. The emotional toll of the wrongful conviction remained, and Banks faced years of trauma and financial losses. Yet, he used his experience to advocate for criminal justice reform and to help others who had been wrongfully convicted. Through his foundation, he mentors young people affected by the justice system, becoming a symbol of resilience. Brian Banks lost his career, his reputation, and years of his life, but he refused to let the injustice define him. Next on our list is Ched Evans, a Welsh footballer whose promising career was nearly destroyed by a wrongful conviction. In 2012, Evans was convicted of rape after an encounter with a woman in a hotel room. Despite his claims of innocence, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. His career, which had been flourishing, came to an abrupt halt. The financial and personal consequences were devastating. As a rising star at Sheffield United, Evans had sponsorship deals and a lucrative contract, but all of that vanished in an instant. He lost his position at the club and his name was dragged through the media, with many branding him a criminal. The stigma of his conviction followed him, and the public backlash was relentless. Evans served 2.5 years in prison before new evidence came to light, leading to a retrial. In 2016, his conviction was quashed, and he was acquitted. However, the damage was already done. His career was in tatters, and his reputation was forever tainted. Even after his release, he faced protests from fans and resistance from clubs that were unwilling to take him back. His attempts to rejoin Sheffield United were met with hostility, and he was unable to return to the heights of his previous career. Financially, Evans struggled to regain his former standing. While he eventually found a place at a lower league club, his earnings were nowhere near what they could have been had he not been wrongfully convicted. Sponsorship deals were non-existent, and his public image remained marred by the scandal. The years he lost in prison were years he could never get back, and his once promising career was forever altered. Ched Evans' story is one of redemption. but it also serves as a reminder of the long-lasting effects of a wrongful conviction. His journey to rebuild his life and career has been difficult, but it demonstrates the resilience required to overcome such a devastating setback. Following the story of Chet Evans, next on our list is Kobe Bryant, a name synonymous with basketball greatness. A 5-time NBA champion, an 18-time All-Star, and one of the most iconic athletes in the world, Kobe Bryant's career trajectory seemed unstoppable. However, in 2003, Bryant's life took a sharp turn when he was accused of sexual assault by a 19-year-old hotel employee in Colorado. At the time, Bryant was at the peak of his career, with a string of championships and endorsements that made him a global icon. The accusation rocked the sports world, and the media frenzy surrounding the case was intense. Bryant admitted to a sexual encounter with the woman but insisted it was consensual.
I didn't force her to do anything against her will. I'm innocent.
The legal battle that ensued was highly publicized, and the pressure from the media, sponsors, and the public was overwhelming. The case was eventually dropped in 2004 after the accuser refused to testify in court. Bryant, however, faced significant consequences. The legal battle left a permanent mark on his image, and although the case was dropped, the allegations continued to haunt him. Many sponsors, including McDonald's and Nutella, dropped their endorsement deals with him, and his public reputation suffered. Even though he was never convicted, the stain of the accusation lingered. Despite the damage to his career, Kobe Bryant worked tirelessly to rebuild his image. He focused on his basketball career, leading the Los Angeles Lakers to 2 more NBA championships in 2009 and 2010, and he became involved in philanthropy and business ventures. His resilience paid off, and by the time of his tragic death in 2020, Bryant had redeemed much of his reputation. He was beloved by fans worldwide, not just for his basketball achievements, but also for his work off the court, including his contributions to women's sports and his Oscar-winning short film, Dear Basketball. However, the financial toll of the accusations was undeniable. While Bryant went on to earn millions from his endorsement deals, investments, and basketball contracts, the initial fallout from the sexual assault case caused a significant loss in sponsorships and endorsements. It's estimated that Bryant lost millions of dollars in potential endorsement deals during the years following the accusation. His sponsorships with companies like Sprite, Adidas, and others were impacted, and the public's perception of him was forever altered, even though he managed to recover in the years following the case. Kobe Bryant's story is one of redemption, but it also highlights the immense cost of a false accusation and the toll it takes on an athlete's career, reputation, and personal life. His ability to rise above the scandal and continue to achieve greatness is a testament to his resilience, but it's also a stark reminder of the precarious nature of fame and the long-lasting effects of public scrutiny. Next on our list is Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the most famous footballers in the world, whose career was temporarily overshadowed by serious allegations. In 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo faced accusations of rape from Catherine Mayorga, a woman who claimed the incident occurred in 2009 in Las Vegas. Ronaldo denied the allegations, stating that the encounter was consensual. The case became a media spectacle, with intense scrutiny on Ronaldo's personal life. Despite the public attention, the case was dropped in 2019 due to insufficient evidence.
So, I'm always smile, I'm happy man, I'm blessed that I play in a fantastic club, I have a fantastic family, I have 4 kids, I'm healthy, I have everything. So, the rest doesn't interfere on me, so I'm very, very glad.
The financial and personal toll on Ronaldo was significant. Though he was never charged, the allegations affected his image and reputation. Sponsorship deals, including those with major brands like Nike, were impacted. Ronaldo, who was at the peak of his career, had to contend with the media frenzy and public scrutiny. His endorsement deals, which had been worth millions, were put under a cloud. Despite this, Ronaldo managed to recover. His footballing prowess continued to shine, and he regained his status as one of the best in the world. However, the shadow of the accusations lingered, and the emotional and financial toll of the ordeal was undeniable. Ronaldo's story is a reminder of the devastating impact accusations, even if unfounded, can have on an athlete's career and public image. The legal battles, media frenzy, and loss of sponsorships highlighted the precarious nature of fame, even for someone as globally renowned as Ronaldo. Following Cristiano Ronaldo, we turn to Neymar Jr., another football superstar who faced serious allegations that threatened his career. In 2019, Neymar was accused of rape by a Brazilian model, Najila Trindade. The case quickly became a media spectacle, with Neymar publicly denying the accusations and sharing private messages to defend himself. He claimed the encounter was consensual and that the accusations were part of an extortion attempt. The Brazilian authorities launched an investigation, and after a thorough inquiry, the case was dismissed due to a lack of evidence. The emotional and financial toll on Neymar was significant. Despite being cleared of all charges, the media frenzy and public backlash affected his reputation. In terms of his career, Neymar faced increased scrutiny from fans and the media. The allegations, although proven false, lingered in the public's mind. Despite this, Neymar continued to perform at the highest level on the pitch, with his skills and success helping to restore his image over time. However, the emotional scars and financial strain of the ordeal remained. Next, we turn to Rubin "Hurricane" Carter, a boxer whose promising career was tragically derailed by a wrongful conviction.
I was tried for the death penalty. I just narrowly escaped the electric chair.
Carter was a rising middleweight boxer in the 1960s, known for his quick reflexes and powerful punches. He was on the verge of a title shot when, in 1966, he was wrongfully convicted of a triple murder in Paterson, New Jersey. Despite maintaining his innocence, Carter was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms in prison. The case against him was built on questionable evidence, racial prejudice, and unreliable witness testimonies. Carter's life as a boxer was destroyed. His potential to become a world champion was taken away, and his career came to a screeching halt. He lost not only his freedom, but also the chance to earn millions in boxing purses, sponsorships, and endorsement deals. His name, once associated with the promise of greatness, was now tainted with the stigma of a convicted murderer. The financial and emotional toll was immense. While incarcerated, Carter became a symbol of injustice, and his case drew attention from celebrities, activists, and the media. His story was immortalized in his autobiography, The 16th Round, and in Bob Dylan's famous song, Hurricane. After spending nearly 20 years in prison, Carter's conviction was finally overturned in 1985, largely due to the efforts of legal activists who uncovered the flaws in the original case. However, by the time Carter was released, much of his career and potential earnings had been lost. The years spent in prison were years he could never get back. He was unable to reclaim the fame and fortune that had once been within his grasp. Despite this, Carter dedicated his life to advocating for the wrongfully convicted, becoming a powerful voice for justice reform. Rubin Carter's story is one of resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. Though he was exonerated, the years lost and the financial devastation from the wrongful conviction were irreversible. Life serves as a powerful reminder of the destructive power of a biased legal system and the lasting effects it can have on an athlete's career and legacy.